So look, hey, what's good, y'all? I'm here back with another little video. You feel me? But this is just about to be a story time. If you at the title, story time about my first fight, right? And let me give you a little backstory on this dude. So I'm not gonna use his real name, but his name, let's just call him Gabriel. So Gabriel, I think he was from like another country. So he couldn't speak English. He can only speak Spanish. And so basically he was just bullying everybody, kind of not in like a real way, but like he was just like a little like he just talking crazy. And that's when he was just talking way too crazy for me. And that's when he started messing with me too. And that's when the first time he said something stupid, I said, "Hey, bro, watch your mouth, cause like you're not gonna do none of that, any of that you saying right now." And so that's when he just didn't mess with me for like the whole week after that. And that's when he tried to be friends with me and all that. I was like, okay. And that's when I just tried to avoid him as much as possible, but like he was still like on me for like no reason. And that's like I think it was like on a Thursday or Friday. Yeah, it was on a Thursday. Yeah, it was on Thursday. I remember. Actually, it was actually Wednesday. Yeah, it's because my homie Lil Goon and Goblins, you seen him in gameplay sometimes. Lil Goon and Goblins, that's my homie. My little homie to be exact. And that's when so I used to go home with him and his father. I used to go over his house every single day, do my homework. He would take me home. So that's when it was on a Thursday. I mean, it was on a Wednesday, I think. And that's when wasn't it? And that's when I was in a class, and that's when we was learning about like apes and monkeys and other backstories. And that's when he was like he started laughing, like in like a weird tone. I was just like, bro, what are you laughing at, bro? Like there's some educational stuff, but you can really learn from this. And it was a whole assignment. And this dude Gabriel, bro, he only turned in one assignment. That's what my teacher, both teachers, that's what my teacher told me. He said that you just don't ever let him mess with you because he hasn't even turned in one assignment. And then it was like he came in the beginning of the year, and this was at like the mid beginning. I mean mid middle. And so like it was about to be over in like a month or two. And that's when he picked just the right day to do it, cause my dad was home too. And then and so that's when he was laughing. That's why I just looked at him. I just gave him a mean little look. And that's he was left. He smiled, and he just put his face down. He was just staring. That's how I turned back. And that's how I looked back. Dude kept on staring, but I was like, bro, like stop staring at me. But like I understand I looked at you, but like you don't gotta do all that. Um, and that's when the end of the day came. And that's when he ran into me. I was like, "Hey, but watch where you going." He said sorry in Spanish, cause I understand a little bit of Spanish. You feel me? But and that's when he was all like, and that's when he started petting my head, and that's when I smacked his hand off. I said, "Hey, get your hands off me, but don't ever touch me again in your life with them dirty hands you got." And that's when all the girls and my friends, they started laughing. And that's when they translated what he said, and that's when he got in my face. I pushed, but like when I tell you about I pushed him, bro, like that man almost fell. So I pushed him, boom. And that's when he said, he started laughing, and he said he called me a monkey in Spanish, and that's what I said. Oh no, I'm not messing with that. And that's why I just tried to ignore him. And that's when he touched my head again, bro. I smacked it. I said, "Hey, bro, meet me outside." And that's when, as soon as we got outside, I was talking to my friends, and that's when he came up to me, and that's when I already knew, bro, I was on go. And so that's when he took his backpack off, I took mine off, and that's when I think yeah, all the parents were just looking. It was just so awkward, but like I wasn't even paying attention to none of that. So he was right in front of me. I threw a left hook. I said, "Mink," hit him in the side of his face. And that's when he tried to jump and grab me on top of my head, and then he tried to elbow me. And that's when I picked him up by his legs, like in midair. That's when I threw him on the ground. And that's when he got up. That's when he tried to elbow me. I weaved that joint. I hit him in the face again. And that's when about one of my homegirls, we gonna call her Keisha or something, cause that's close to her name. And that's when she called the PE teacher, actually, cause like he was like directing all the traffic, and she was like we gonna call him Mr. Cup, cause I don't got no other names. She was like Mr. Cup, Trey out there fighting. But when I tell you about that man had full flash sprint on, bro, he said, yo, that man got the going, bro. And that's when he all broke it up. And that's when he was like, "Hey, break this up, stop fighting, stop fighting." And that's when we stopped. When I tell you, bro, I looked around me, bro. Oh yeah, I forgot to say, cause like when we first put our guard up, bro, but all the girls, bro, they started running like they ran down the hill, and that's when they was just looking. I don't know why nobody recorded it, cause they knew it was gonna happen. And so that's when they was just looking. And that's when I picked up my backpack. That's when my homie Luis. I got in like a little scuffle with him a little bit. That saved that for another video. But as he handed me my jacket, and that's what he said. He was like, "Ew, but you was what I want him." I said, "I know. He just need to learn how to stop being disrespectful to everybody, because not everybody's gonna take it the same way that I took it. Well, I took it the same way, but still." And that's when uh and that's when we went to the office, and that's when we went in the back, and that's when it was actually my teacher. We gonna call her uh Miss 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 Aisha or something. I don't know. So Miss Aisha, so she was actually like one of my favorite teachers. And she was my second. She was my second class, cause I had like 2 classes. And that's if you know how elementary school works. I forgot this was in 6th grade. So this was in 2019. This was like in June of 2019, right? And that's when boom boom all that happened. And they sent him to the back, and that's when my teacher, me and him was just talking, and bar we gonna call the assistant principal Miss Spoon. And that's when Miss Spoon was. She was probably the most strict vice principal I've ever had in my entire life, bro. And that's when she was all like, so Trey, that's not my real name. She was like, "Ayo Trey, so who here first?" I said me. That she said, "Why?" That's how I told her the whole story, what he did, what he was doing to everybody. And she was like, "Okay, but I understand that, but that just doesn't give you the right to punch him." And that's when Miss Aisha, she was like, "Yeah, that really doesn't give you the right to like hit him and all that." And that's when, but I don't know why I said this. I didn't mean to be disrespectful, but then I said, but he really needs to learn not to mess with me or anybody else, because one day if we do that, or in like middle school or high school, bro, somebody really gonna like hurt him or like jump him or possibly even kill him or something. And that's when they was like, "Okay, okay, okay." And that's when what's his name? And that's when my little homie Peanut, he pulled up to his dad pulled up to the school. Boom, boom, boom. And that's when his dad, he called my dad to go to the school. And that's when both of them was just talking at the bottom of the hill, at the bottom of the school. And that's when my homie Peanut, he was just like, "Hey, Che, you handled that, man." I don't even like I think he was looking. I don't know if he saw it or not. But then he said, "All I saw was you just mop him in the face and him just fall." And that's when I was like, "Yeah, that's kind of what happened." And so yeah, I think that's kind of it. But yeah, I guess I got a more of the story. Just don't talk crazy to anybody, bro. Just don't talk crazy, bro. Cause if you do, it could possibly lead to you being hurt or something. Hey, look, if you enjoyed this video, bro, it's a little story time, bro. Like and do all that stuff. I don't care. But yeah, I'll see y'all like a week or so. Peace out, bro.